I'm Lee Rodriguez.
And I'm Ramona Young.
And we're gonna break down everything that happened in season 1 of Never Have I Ever.
This is Devi Vishwakumar. She's a sophomore at Sherman Oaks High School and our all-American Hindu girl in San Fernando Valley.
This school year, she has 3 goals.
1.
Get invited to a party with hard drugs and alcohol.
2.
She would love for her arm hair to thin out.
3.
She really, really would like a boyfriend.
And definitely not a nerd.
Like a guy from a sports team. He can be dumb. I don't care.
These are her parents, Nalini and Mohan.
Things got really weird and sad when her dad died, unexpectedly, during a music recital, and then Devi's leg stopped working.
Until she saw Paxton Hall Yoshida. And then suddenly, she could walk again.
Paxton HY is only the hottest guy at Sherman Oaks, and he's the captain of the swim teams. Devi convinces her 2 super hot and definitely not nerdy best friends to rebrand and get boyfriends this school year.
Boyfriends?
There's Fabiola, played by me. She's a captain of the robotics team and loves a practical polo.
And I play Eleanor, a budding thespian on the cusp of womanhood.
Oh, we forgot to mention Ben Gross.
He's Devi's rival, and his dad's rich, and he calls our group of friends the UN.
It's racist and offensive
What?
and honest.
Oh, like the United Nations? No, we call you the UN because you're unfuckable nerds.
Devi goes to see her therapist, super hot, smarty Dr. Ryan. Dr. Ryan tells her to do something this year that will make her feel good. She 1,000% takes it the wrong way and
Asks Paxton to have sex with her.
I'm such an idiot. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I just did that.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
plot twist, he agrees.
Oh, but she lies to her friends and makes it seem like it was Paxton who put the moves on her.
I want to get to know you better. And I was like, yeah, I mean, sure. I guess that could be cool.
Eleanor, Fab, and Davy have a sleepover to learn more about sex from the most trusted source they can, the internet. Meanwhile, Davy's shockingly beautiful cousin Kamala is being set up to be a perfect Indian wifey, but it turns out she's not so perfect.
She has a boyfriend at Caltech named Steve, but they can't be together because of the whole arranged marriage thing.
Okay, back to Davy. Now that Davy has boosted her sex confidence, she goes to Paxton's, except things go left. Paxton sees her talking to his sister, Rebecca, and he calls it off.
I don't think this is gonna work. All right, you should probably just go.
And just when she's about to break it to her friends about what happened, they rave about how they can just tell Davy did it with Paxton.
You don't even have to say another word. I can already tell you're not a virgin anymore.
In that moment, Davy realizes she can't tell them the truth. To her, hooking up with Paxton is the best thing for her high school career.
So she goes along with it.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I can't believe I'm a woman now.
But there's still hope. Paxton apologizes to Davy about freaking out.
And Davy tries to hook up with Paxton again, but he tells her it's super weird and that they're better off as friends.
It just got weird, you know?
Ouch. Paxton even asks her to be a part of a group project,
You wanna be in my group?
leaving Fab and Elle to work with Ben and Eve. Unsurprisingly, Ben starts throwing shade at Queen D while they're working together.
Hey, you're totally useless without your commander and dork.
Davy's no dork. She's a trailblazing Indian diva that marches to the beat of her own drummer. Davy's girls are obviously going to defend her. She's cool, they tell him. She's sleeping with the Paxton HY.
Yeah, right.
This is important. You'll find out soon why.
Back to Davy and Paxton. Davy attends her very first high school party. She gets super drunk and super rude and thinks her dead dad is a coyote.
It's a whole thing.
The coyote attacks her, so sober hottie Paxton HY scoops her up and drives her to the hospital. While they're there, he posts a selfie with her and follows and tags her on Instagram. A feed post, people.
Davy's grounded because her mom is super pissed about her going to a hardcore teen rager, but on the flip side, she's now famously known as Coyote Girl around school.
Coyote girl! Woo! Coyote girl! Woo! Coyote girl!
Meanwhile, Fabiola has a huge crush on Eve, but she doesn't know exactly how to deal with those feelings, so she tells the only person she can, her trusty robot, Gears Brosnan.
I'm gay.
that brings us to Ganesh Puja, baby.
Ganesh Puja is a Hindu holiday celebrating Lord Ganesh. Devi never felt super Indian, so Ganesh Puja is kind of weird for her. Luckily, she had one goal for the day, and that's to track down this basic white dude Ron and convince him to let her into Stanford.
Ron is an admissions counselor and married to what I assume is a goddess of an Indian woman.
But don't worry, Devi totally puts him in his place when he tries to tell her the only unique thing about her is how her dad died and left her paralyzed.
Then what makes you interesting?
Oh, I don't know, Ron. Maybe it's my perfect grades or my killer test scores. Or maybe it's my bitchin' personality or my insane PowerPoint skills.
And to top it off, Paxton HY tells her she looks fire in her sari.
You look cool in that outfit.
But that doesn't save her from still being grounded.
However, Devious Davy has a plan to get out of it. She overhears Ben talking about the Model UN trip, an overnighter. So, Davy breaks her pact with Ben and goes on the trip.
What the hell? This is a clear violation of our pact.
If you're curious what the pact was, basically, Ben and Davy split clubs and extracurricular activities and vowed to stay off each other's turf. Model UN was Ben's thing.
You're joking. That was in 6th grade.
This is my turf.
Davy's a rebel, though, and figures that's her way out of house arrest. Genius! Meanwhile, Fabiola holds a family meeting and tries to tell her family she's gay, but coming out isn't easy, so she freaks out and instead tells her family,
I am switching from AP French to AP Latin this year.
And just when things seem to be going smoothly for Elle, Paxton tells her that her mom was his waitress at Casa Mexico.
She was cool. Gave us extra chips.
What? That's impossible. Backstory, Eleanor's mom left when she was young to pursue an acting career, and she hasn't seen her mom since. And according to the postcard Eleanor just got in the mail, her mom is performing on a cruise docked in Cancun, so obviously Eleanor doesn't believe him.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
But of course, she wants to confirm this for herself.
Eleanor goes to Casa Mexico, and lo and behold, her mom is there.
Talk about an unwelcome surprise. Eleanor's crushed.
You're here? And this is your job? What's happening?
I can explain. Nothing ice cream can't fix, right? While they're housing a couple pints of ice cream and in their feels, Fabiola comes out to Eleanor.
I'm sorry that I didn't tell you sooner. I honestly just realized.
Don't you dare apologize to me. Major. Okay, well, let's get back to Davy. The Model UN trip is going great for Davy.
She's demolishing Ben and getting star treatment from her roommates.
That's because one of her roommates overheard Ben telling Davy he knows she's sleeping with Paxton.
You're an inspiration to us.
And when Ben and Davy team up with Russia to pull off a wine heist for the Model UN nerds, Davy's feeling unstoppable.
Until she wakes up to a bunch of WTF texts from Paxton.
Yeah, lying about having sex with someone is wrong, and in Davy's case, that meant her relationship with Paxton was over.
Now, Davy is pissed, and the only person she feels responsible for this is Ben.
It's really Fab and Elle's fault, but we'll keep that between us.
Ben and Davy are back to being enemies again.
Equatorial Guinea would like to formally request permission to nuke the United States.
Next, we get an inside look at Ben's life.
Ben is home alone again, abandoned by his mom, who's off to a self-actualization retreat in Santa Barbara.
And then his dad cancels plans to go see the Clippers game.
And if things couldn't get worse, somehow this horrible night results in a massive zit on Ben's face.
With all that going on, Ben has a breakdown at superstar dermatologist and Davy's mom Nalini's office. Nalini feels bad for the guy, so she brings him home for dinner, and Davy ain't happy about it one bit.
Oh, hell no.
The actual dinner goes really well though. Ben says some sweet things about Davy to her fam, and they get really vulnerable with each other. Are those sparks flying?
Vulnerability is key.
Back to Davy's big problem. Davy decides that the best way she can avoid the whole lying about sleeping with Paxton situation is by being invisible.
What she fails to realize is that she actually is still invisible at school, and even more now that Paxton has actively chosen to give her the cold shoulder.
In the midst of all this, Fab and Elle have a new friend.
Jonah!
Don't hate me.
I got cheese fries and chili fries for the tape.
He's been showing up more than Davy has, and Ab and Elle appreciate him for that.
When Davy realizes all that she's missed in her friends' lives, she decides to do something to make it up to Fab and Elle.
Her solution? A girls only, Jonah-free slumber party. But Jonah is so great that Fab and Elle won't stop talking about him the whole night. So at another attempt to win her friends back, Davy goes to Casa, Mexico to talk to Eleanor's mom.
She encourages her to talk to Eleanor in person, and the next day Joyce shows up at the school and tells Elle what really happened.
I was fired from the cruise. I was dumped in Jamaica with nothing but my suitcase and another woman whose husband had fallen off the ship.
Oh, Mom.
They have a heart-to-heart conversation, and Joyce tells Elle she wants to be the mom she deserves.
In a sweet mother-daughter moment, they decide to bake cookies together for the PTA bake sale. Since the gang's all there, it ends up being a bonding sesh with Elle's mom, and Joyce learns a lot about the girls.
Paxton! Davy knows all about him. They used to be lovers.
Yep. Paxton and me. Totally happened.
This is where things really take a turn. While Joyce's mom is talking to Nalini and Fab's mom, Elise, she casually brings up that Davy and Fabiola have love lives.
Love lives? No. They're too young for love and, frankly, to have a life.
And to make matters worse,
Because in this circle, things mostly do get worse.
Joyce blurts out that Davy's having sex with Paxton.
And Mama Vishwakumar goes bonkers.
What? So Davy's having what?
To save her butt, Davy admits to everyone that she's never had sex with Paxton and that it was a big, fat, virgin lie.
I never kissed him or anyone. I lied to everyone, okay? I'm a big virgin fraud.
Tea. And Fab and Elle realize that Davy has been lying to them all along.
On the bright side, Fab and her mom have a heart-to-heart after all that nonsense. Fabiola tells her mom that she's gay, and it goes really well.
Wait, is that what you call that weird family meeting about AP Latin?
Yeah.
So you can switch back to French? Oh, thank God.
Speaking of parents, Elle's mom sits in on her rehearsal, but what should have been a great day for Elle ends up being one of the worst days.
Inspired by seeing her daughter in the theater, Joyce feels called to give Broadway one more shot. She leaves a letter for Eleanor and heads out. How could she? Joyce is gone, and this destroys Elle so much that she quits the play and has a meltdown.
Fab tries to get Davy to come help so they can both be there for their friend, but Davy gets a text from Paxton that she can't help but answer. He needs her.
Instead of coming to Elle's rescue, Davy is convinced she can help Paxton out and make it back in time for her friends.
Turns out, Paxton only needed Davy to help his sister out by modeling. This clearly takes more than a few minutes. By the time she's done, it's too late. Eleanor is devastated and she's sworn off theater for good.
Rest in peace, Drama Elle. In the meantime, it's Ben's 16th birthday and his parents go out of town again, leaving him the house and the wild suggestion to throw a party.
Davy asks Fab and Elle if they want to go to Ben's party together, but they've had enough of Davy and tell her that they want to take a friend break.
We just need some space right now. Maybe losing us will make you appreciate our friendship a little bit more.
At the party, Ben is the only one who actually acknowledges Davy. He gives her a tour of his house and attempts to kiss her. Not once, but twice. And this freaks Davy out.
Okay. No, it's weird.
After that awkward situation, Davy sees Fabiola about to drink Trent's gross ball juice and tries to save her.
But instead, she accidentally spills the punch all over Fab's fly white outfit.
What the hell, Davy? This suit is Angelica Houston for Kohl's. I spent all my science fair winnings on it.
This adds fuel to the fire and Fabiola explodes.
She tells Davy how much of a horrible friend she's been, and she comes out to the whole school.
Damn it. You just made me come out to our whole class.
Next thing you know, Davy falls into Ben's swimming pool.
The drama. But things take a bit of a turn for the romantic.
Eve consoles Fab after the big fight, and Fab finally asks her out on what she says isn't a date, but come on now.
That sounds rad. Let's do it.
Aww. Think you guys are gonna have a really nice time.
Meanwhile, Paxton gives Davy some dry clothes to change into and drives her home. The temperature is rising and they kiss.
It was a pretty epic night if you ask me.
Now, let's take a look at Kamala and the arranged marriage she's trying to avoid. Davy's family gets ready to meet Prashant. Prashant arrives and he's Actually, really hot.
I'm sorry I called you hot. It's just like we were expecting an Uggo.
Things are going smooth until Davy finds Steve in Kamala's room.
Steve?
Davy starts to act all weird and stuff at dinner, trying to hint to Kamala that she should go upstairs to her room.
Kamala finally does go up, finds poor Steve, and tries to break up with him.
He was so sweet and handsome and surprisingly good at mini golf.
But Nalini walks in and finds them, and to Davy's surprise, she shows empathy for Kamala.
Huh? You understand? You have literally never said that to me before.
Eventually, they manage to sneakily get Steve out of the house, but Paxton shows up with Davy's dress, the one she changed out of at Ben's party. Trouble! Davy's mom is outraged, and even though they try to explain to her what really went down, Davy has, in her mom's eyes, brought shame upon her family. And her mom can't help but throw lots of shade at Paxton.
Why don't you just let this idiot knock you up? Maybe Princeton will allow you to raise a little baby in your dorm room.
While this is all happening, Kamala explains the Steve situation to Prashant, and they both agree that they're not ready to get engaged to each other.
But they really like each other and want to take it slow.
I kinda like you.
I kinda like you too.
I love love.
Back to the drama, Davy finds out that her mother is planning on moving them to India because she's struggling to raise Davy on her own, and that's when Davy hits her limit.
You know I'm just a burden to you, so you can go to India alone. Or maybe take Kamala with you. She's the daughter you actually wanted.
Davy, that's not fair.
What's not fair is that I lost the only parent that actually cared about me. I wish you were the one that died that night.
Davy moves out and crashes at Ben's for a bit. When Davy goes to school, Paxton has completely distanced himself from her.
It's a lot to process, people, I know.
Still fuming from that situation, Nalini goes to see Dr. Ryan, and what should have been a meeting to talk about Davy ends up being a very introspective meeting for Nalini.
These ceramics are quite comforting.
Therapy, y'all. Nalini softens a bit and realizes that Mohan would not have wanted Davy and her to be fighting, especially not on his birthday.
To celebrate his birthday, Nalini decides to spread Mohan's ashes, and of course, doesn't want to do it without her precious Davy.
Nalini goes to Ben's house to talk to Davy and ask her to join her in the ceremony, but still upset and annoyed, Davy decides not to go.
Ben finally does something helpful and convinces her friends to talk to Davy, which actually works.
Davy and Ben make their way to Malibu, and they catch Davy's mom just in time.
Hey! Hey! Don't throw your husband's ashes in the water!
Is that John McEnroe?
Thank you so much, Mr. McEnroe.
They make up, and Davy, Nalini, and Kamala spread Mohan's ashes.
R.I.P. Mohan.
When Davy returns to the parking lot, she sees Ben waiting for her. Aww. And she gets in the car to head home, and they share a long kiss.
While they're smooching, Paxton leaves Davy a voicemail saying he's in her neighborhood. Juicy. And that's where we left off. Whew. I think we covered it all, Ramona.
And if we missed anything, well, that's another reason why you should rewatch season 1 all over again.
Thanks for sticking with us. And we'll see you all soon when Never Have I Ever returns for season 2.
Bye!